Well, hello, farm friends. Welcome back. Yeah, guys, this is Henny Penny. So, Henny had a great idea. She was telling me, honey, that's right. We need to tell all of our viewers and for other people that are interested in getting some chickens because of the price of eggs and stuff. And you're at that store, you're at Tractor Supply or your local feed store, and you see the baby chicks, and you're like, oh, that price of eggs, I'm just gonna get my own and raise them. That's great. But there's a few things that you need to know before you just go run out and buy the chickens. You got to get prepared. And so, yeah. So we're going to be talking about that, huh, Henny? I'm going to be talking about that, huh? All right, well, let me get started with that. I'm going to put Henny back down with her friends, and we'll get started. So, one of the very first things that you need to think of before you buy the chickens and stuff and get them is, especially if you live in the city, make sure, I know most cities allow you to have hens, so that's good. But there's still some HOAs that don't allow it. So you got to make sure you're okay to have them. The other thing is where are you going to keep them? They got to have a hen house. So you need to figure out where in your backyard that you'd like to put the chickens. A lot of people will go, over there by that fence. I'll put them over there by the back fence and they'll be great. Well, the thing is, think before you do that. Is your neighbor, do they have a dog? Is he going to bark all the time? Is he not going to like the chickens? Are you going to disturb the neighbor? Is he going to stress out the chickens where the chickens won't be laying eggs? A lot of stuff like that. So you just want to really make sure where you're going to place it is good. And that they have, not too much heat, but enough sunlight, but not to where they're in the heat of the afternoon. That's the worst part. Like, that's why, unfortunately, I have to put up tarps on mine because of the heat. The sun gets in there, so I have to put the sun tarps and stuff, which is fine. I don't mind, but still, it can be an inconvenience. Okay, the other thing is the house that you're going to keep them in. Are you going to buy one or are you going to build one? It's fine. You don't need that right away, but you're going to need it within a month to put your chickies in, And so you need to find out, get that taken care of. You're going to build it or you're going to whatever. There's a lot of great things on YouTube of how to build your own chickens and stuff like that. The houses and stuff, they're great. And it is a little less expensive, but you got to be pretty handy, But you can find other things and stuff like that. So, and you want to make sure you get the right size. You want to get too big of one because then, that's crazy. But you don't want to get too small one because you can only have so many chickens in it and stuff. So really pay attention to that. Another thing is when you get that baby chick and you bring it home, it's got to have warmth. And you got to have a place to put it in. So you don't have to buy an incubator to put them in. Like I have. If you go back on my thing, you'll see I have an incubator and stuff. You don't have to buy that. You can get one of the hot heat lamps. That's fine. And get one of those giant tubs and put a thing over it and have them in that. They'll be fine. Just make sure they have plenty of warmth and food and water. The other thing with baby chicks is, I gotta show you guys these guys real fast as I'm talking. So, these are my Easter eggers. So, the other thing with baby chicks is their little bottoms. Hi, Henny. Their little bottoms get poopy on them. So, like here with Henny, she, back here on their little bottom, when the chicks go to the bathroom, the unfortunate part is sometimes they'll get little poopies on there to where they whatever. Well, you guys have to clean that off. You got to clean it off because otherwise your chicken gets plugged up and it'll pass away. The baby chicken, you'll be like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Yeah, you didn't. No, you didn't do anything wrong except for you didn't clean off the bottom. So you got to really pay attention to that, okay? Yeah. So Theo just told me another mistake people make, huh, Theo, is they go out and they'll go, I got to get that big chicken. I got to get the Brahmas, the biggest chicken I can get, because I want big eggs or whatever. You guys, do you really have a room for it? No. These ones here, these are my Amanis. They're they're a big chicken, but they're not giant. That's what I'm saying. They're more of a moderate. Yeah, great chicken. But then you've got Henny Penny, and she's a Bantam, just a little one. You know what? They lay eggs too. They lay eggs too. They may be smaller, but so what? You have to use 2 eggs. You can have, they're a great backyard pet. And they're not, usually Bantams are not really aggressive if you get to train them. And he's a Bantam. Okay, these guys are bigger Bantams. So they lay a little bit bigger of an egg. So it's your typical small egg. And they're great. And they're colored. So they're really cute. They're really good. They're an Easter egger Bantam. Yeah, very popular. But yeah, the little Bantams, like you see here, they're great in this little cage and stuff like that. But that's really, really important. Now, I have roosters. You just call them. They're crazy. So, yeah, guys. So, like on the other thing, when you're at the store and you're getting all those baby chicks and stuff, you're wanting this one, you're wanting that one and everything. And all of a sudden you notice, one's a rooster. Don't worry about it. Take it, usually your local feed stores will have them there that you can take them and sell them. Yeah, and they'll give you a little bit of money for it, for the roosters, and so that way you can get rid of them. So yeah, don't ever fret over that, because it's not that hard. Even if you live in a city, you can find a feed store to get rid of them. Yeah, like my big old rooster here. That's Leroy. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. This is something that when they get older, chickens like to take a bath in the dirt. And the reason why they do that is it rids them of the bugs and stuff, of lice and parasites and little things on them and stuff. Helps them keep their feathers clean and oiled and everything. So like you have your chickens in a run and you don't have a space. You don't have, dirt or whatever in there for them. Don't worry, just take a tub, something like this, not this big, but take a tub, put some dirt in there. Let your chickens have at it. They'll take their little dirt baths. They're fine. Now, you can let them run in your garden and stuff like that. Let them out in your yard. But remember, they will dig up your garden unless you're there keeping them from digging it up. Yeah, my flowers are pretty hot. They're starting to come in. I love it. I go off kilter. My flowers. See, I got one back there looking over the top. I know what she's looking for. She's looking to, she's wanting to eat the flowers. So she's waiting to see me if I leave. You're not eating the flowers, honey. So guys, another thing with your chickens is you gotta make sure that they have plenty of water and feed at all times. So see, like there, that's my big waterer. That's what I have for these guys. I fill it up once a week and it's good. And there's their feed thing. You can get smaller waterers like that and stuff, but you don't want to, if you're gonna have them in the hen, like in a thing, a little one like that is gonna take a lot of work. The nice part about these big ones is when you do have them, you don't have to come out every day to feed, to change the water. You need to come out and check your chickens, make sure they're okay. Hi, girls. But you don't have to fill it up constantly. Now, guys, one more thing I got to tell you. Is see how this has got, I got the pavers on this floor. It makes it great for in the winter so that it doesn't get muddy and stuff. But I let mine out every day to get least in the dirt and get around and take their baths and stuff. But I have to clean it every day. You have to clean it every day. That's the bummer part about that. These guys, theirs is a wood floor. Again, I let them out every day. But, yeah. You can see my chickens are everywhere. I have a mess. So, one more thing. I'm going to put on there different color eggs and stuff. In consideration of getting the different eggs. There's... Let me flip around. So, on your eggs, like I said, you got the small Banny egg, okay? And then you have the Armani egg. Like, okay, this here is one of my blue Easter eggers egg, okay? This here is my Armani egg. See the difference? And it's a little bit smaller are the Banny eggs. Just use 2. You can get Bannies. like I said, Bannies are cute and they're smaller. Don't take, big chickens are cool, but you don't have to get big chickens. You can get little chickens too. But yeah, so anyways, those are some of the tips. I'd say always check in. Research your chickens because, if you have kids and stuff, you don't want to get aggressive chickens. You want to make sure they're real mellow. Like my Manis are very mellow. All my Bannies are really mellow. That's why I got them. They're non-aggressive. Yeah, because there are breeds that you get, they're really cool looking, but they can be aggressive, to your kids and stuff like that. And even if you don't, even if you don't have a rooster, you can get a hen that can be really aggressive. So, yeah, really pay attention to that, okay? Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other stuff. Let me stop this for a minute and let you see the birds, and then I'll think of something. That's theirs, too. The reason why these ones are all going, because they're telling me they're on the hill. And see, this is how I keep them off the hill. Because I don't want, a chicken can undermine they can, with their feet, they can claw so much you wouldn't believe it. They'll tear your garden up before you know it. Before you know it, your garden will be gone. Yeah. So you just got to pay attention to what everything's going on. But like I said, these are my little Bannies, and let's see if they laid any eggs. See my little Banny eggs right there. See? And this is just from one day, guys. From one day. Is that amazing or what? Yeah. Amazing. There's 5 eggs there. Yeah, and they're all coming up to see me now. Okay. I see you guys. I see you. Okay, you can stay inside though, okay? No coming out. No coming out. I know you guys think you're coming out. It's because these guys are getting them all going. You saw how friendly they were. Very friendly. So you guys can see I got my chickens in now. The Armanis, they all are in. And the way I get my birds in, if you watch my channel and stuff, you'll see that I give them fly grub. And they're little worms. They're just little bitty worms, and free dried. And they love them. That's a big treat for them, and they get that. And it's good protein for them too. So that's the thing. The other thing besides the food, guys, is what I was thinking, I forgot to say, is grit. Your chickens have to have grit. They have to help it so they can digest it. Yeah, it gets, I'll show you. This is my grit. You see, I got purple and white. The white are the oyster shells. And what that does is that helps them get the thicker, harder shells. That's for the harder shells. And so I just mix it in with my grit and give it to them. But the grit helps them digest their food. The chicken can't. It gets in its craw. Let me show you. Hold on. So the chicken in here, the food gets stuck in there, and because they just gobble it down. They don't have teeth and stuff, and they gobble it down, and it gets stuck in there. So what the grit does, it helps break it down. So that's why chickens have to have grit, is they have to be able to break that food down. So you got to make sure you do that. Yeah. The other thing is, let me stop for a second. So guys, another thing is you get them the grit and that, and it's real good. It helps them digest. See, they're in the front, how they get the big. What I do with these guys is I have some grit up above for them, but then I throw some on the bottom for them. Honey, I throw some on the bottom for you. See, right here is where I'm talking their craw is, right in there. Yeah. So, yeah. But see, they're very tame, and I hardly ever come out with these guys that much compared to my other ones. But real important. So another thing too is when you get those baby chicks and you're buying the chick feed, some people say, oh, you have to buy Medicaid, and some people say, no, you don't ever buy Medicaid and everything. My philosophy is if I let my chicks raise them, my hens raise them, I don't do Medicaid. I just give regular food because the mommies will eat it too. But now, like if I buy them from Tractor or something like that, I do put them on Medicaid. I buy one little bag, and do the medicated at first, and then I switch them over to just chick feed with non-medicated. Yeah, that's like I said, it's real important. And they do have grit for chicks. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are singing, huh? Are you singing to me today? Yeah, you're singing. You're telling everybody. What's something else they need to know? Plenty of water, plenty of food. Yeah, plenty of grit. Huh. Not too hot. Like sunlight, huh? Yeah, yeah. Oh, the eggs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hear you, girls. I hear you. So what they're saying is when you guys get your chicks, don't expect as soon as they get to be a big chicken that they start laying right away. You got, there's some breeds that I know will start laying around 4 months, 5 months. But like my Armanis, it's 6 months before they lay. Yeah. And that's just very common. You just, so like you get your chicks now, you'll be, like this is what, March. And so you got April, May, June, July, August. April, May, June, July, August, September. August and September, you start your legs. Well, the problem there too is your chickens start laying, huh? And then the sunlight goes away and the temperatures change. And your chickens will stop laying. They won't be laying as much. You're not getting as many eggs. And you're like, oh no, what's happened? There's something wrong with the feed. Oh, maybe I'm feeding them the wrong feed or whatever. No. Chickens have to have so much sunlight and warmth to be able to lay eggs. That's just what happens. It's very common. Don't freak out. That's the way it is. So one more thing is when my chicken gets big, what do I feed them? I want to make sure I get eggs and stuff. So what I feed mine is I don't change it. I feed them the same thing all year round. I feed them the layer pellet. Nothing wrong with that. To be honest with you, my chickens lay all year. I'm in California. So it's just, they don't lay as much in the winter, but I still get eggs. It just, they probably cut in half, and that's fine. I still get eggs. Like I said, it's no problem. But you have to remember, I give them the layer pellets. It's great. Now you can get the layer crumble too. The problem with the layer crumble is you'll get a lot of waste. That's my thing. Now in the winter, what I do is I supplement them with some corn, some scratch. That's so that they stay warmer, because the corn will keep them warm and stuff, which is a good positive. But I do mine get mealworms almost every day, the grubs. Either mealworms or fly grubs. Yeah. And that's just, it's my treat I give them. That's why mine are spoiled. But you don't have to. Yeah. So these are, little common things. If I can think of anything else, I'll definitely put it on here. But like I said, enjoy getting your chickens. Take a look at the couple of photos I put on here, like the different color eggs and stuff. And the, different breeds of chickens and stuff. Do your little research before you just grab that chicken that you had to have, that little chick. Oh, they're so cute. I got to get them home, Yeah. And remember, too much handling them with the kids handling them too much, they can get sick. So you got to, you want them friendly, but at first don't handle them too much. Let them get used to it. And then as they get a little bigger, you can handle them a little more. But yeah. So guys, I hope this all helped everybody. And enjoy getting your chickens and having backyard chickens. Greatest thing in the world. Your own eggs, nothing better. And guys, if you can't have it, you can't have it, go out and find out. Go on your go on Facebook Marketplace and stuff, and see if somebody's got some eggs for sale, in your area and stuff like that. There's always somebody that's got chickens and got a little stand where they're selling eggs and stuff. Those are the best. So guys, hope you guys all enjoyed this. Hopefully I made you smile. Hopefully my chickens made you giggle a little bit. But definitely, hopefully we put this warmth in your heart today. Just trying to help everybody out. You guys have a great day and enjoy the chickens.